Welcome to Chris Ryan Fitness, everybody. Today I have an absolutely fantastic 15-minute beginner burner for you for your arms and your abs. It's going to be a strength-based workout using some light dumbbells. Haven't pitched off to the side for the time being. Let's spend the next couple minutes here getting nice and loose. So first of all, get that smile on your face here today. Start out with those palms facing down towards the ground. Crisscross those arms, left over right, right over left you go. Open up that chest nice and tall. Push hard through those heels. Keep that base of support right on through those feet. Now turn those palms face down up. Pull your thumbs right out behind you as far as you can. A little deeper stretch there through the chest. The upper back and forth you go. And then the third position, just clap those hands right up to the base of the neck. Stretch out through those lats, those triceps as much as possible. All the way through for 2 and 1. Great job right there. Little scarecrow action. Palms facing out towards me. Wrist over the elbow, right in alignment with the elbow. And then right on in through the shoulder. Rotate back and forth you go. Squeezing through that upper back, getting the AC joint right here on the front side of that shoulder in the deltoid region. Nice and loose through that rotator cuff as well. Back and forth, everybody, for 2 and 1. Let's take it down on the ground quickly. You're going to come down and on the ground, hands on the ground, just right below those shoulders, knees just out behind those hips. Round your back, push your palms as hard as you can through the ground. Take your chin in towards your chest. So you're pressing those palms down through the ground, arms driving through the ground like strong pistons, and tighten up those abs, and then go ahead and arch your back. Tailbone fires up towards the sky, eyes out in front of you, squeezing through the shoulder blades all the way through. One more time, round your back, and then go ahead and arch your back for 2 and 1. All righty, well, we're going to start out with the arms, so let's go ahead and grab our dumbbells, stand tall. Get those DBs on in your hands. Get them a nice little squeeze going. We're starting out with a press action. We're going to go above your shoulders. This one's an oldie but a goodie called an Arnold press. I'm going to go back here in the cheap seats. Your palms are going to be facing on in towards your deltoids. Eyes are forward, abs tight, butt tight. You're going to drive the dumbbells up over your top side of your shoulders, pressing them up, trying to clear your ears as much as you can at the top side of that press with that cute twist and turn. Palms facing out at the top side. And then you're going to squeeze those biceps and pull your elbows down under center to that original start position. So you're firing up, twisting and turning, and then pulling straight back down to that original start. You're just constantly thinking about that rotation through the shoulders as much as you can, that lengthening and strengthening all the way through. As you press up, push through those heels as much as you can. Notice the stronger you push through those heels, all of a sudden your butt gets a little tighter. Stronger your butt is, guess what? Stronger our spine is, my friends. Opening up, external rotation of those armpits, and then a nice little internal rotation through those shoulder blades. Excellent job right there for 2. Last rep, best rep. Fire it up. And then squeeze back down through those biceps and 1. Now we're going to go curls with a hold combination. This one's going to be a little long set. It's going to be 90 seconds in length. Start out with those wrists just out in front of the elbows and the elbows right out in front of the ribs. Curl up 3/4 of the way. Hold that position right there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's take it down slow and controlled. Abs are tight, butt is tight the whole way through. Go up again. Curl, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take it down slow and controlled. What we're doing right here is we're increasing that time under tension. The elbows are just going to be out in front of the ribs, ever so slightly in front of the shoulders, curling up 3/4 of the way to maximize that tension in those biceps. And yep, you guessed it, we're doing that little hold and then down slow and controlled. Constantly keeping that grip strength engaged the whole way through. The wrists engaged ever so slightly. Just cocked on in towards the forearms. There you go. Nice little hold we go. Don't just hold the dumbbells. Actively squeeze those handles too. There we go. Grip strength on point here today. Love it. Up we go. Hold. Squeeze a little harder. Flex those biceps even at the held position. And then down slow and controlled. 2 more reps to go right here on this segment. Up and after it, everybody. Squeeze, hold. Flex those buys a little harder. Down slow. 1 more, we go. Come on, light it up. For 3, 2, and slow control down. 1. That was juicy, right? All right, tricep kickback. Hinging at the hip ever so slightly. Bending those knees. Pulling those elbows back behind your ribs. Pushing your chest down towards the ground. And from that position, palms facing in towards your hips, kick those arms straight on back, press the palms up towards the sky. Elbows are kicked back behind your ribs the whole way through. So your slight forward lean, pushing your chest forward by squeezing those shoulder blades together and pulling them back towards your hips. From the side profile, backside view, you can see shoulder blades are engaging the whole time. I'm not just rolling my shoulders forward like this or drop my elbows down towards my hips, trying to swing the weights, right? We are not swinging those weights, so you're not going to get those triceps developed that way. We're going to think pressing back, holding those elbows right there, and then kicking straight on back, palms facing away. Oh, yeah, that's good, right? Here we go. Come on. Squeeze a little harder, a little longer for 2 and 1. Shake it on out. Lateral to front raise combination we go. Shoulder blades are retracted back and down. Eyes are forward. Wrist curled on in ever so slightly towards the hips. And you go up. Lateral raise. Slow, control down. And you're going to go hit it on through. Front raise. Slow, control down. Abs are tight. Butt is tight. The whole way through. Working through that posterior chain on that lateral raise. And that nice little anterior chain on that front raise. Notice you're going to have to tighten up your abs a little bit there on that front raise as well. Just moving around a few times. Show you a few different viewpoints right here. But the main goal, you notice I'm not trying to swing the weights up in any way, right? I'm trying to use my deltoids on my shoulders. Squeezing through, triceps engaged, lats engaged as well on that lateral. And then on that front raise, of course, the smiles engaged. And then those abs are nice and tight. The butt's tight as you slowly lower on down, right? One more pairing. Come on. Lateral. Down slow. Hit that front. Oh, yeah. Slow, controlled down. Hammer curl with a little pull-up art action we go. Palms facing on in. Eyes are forward. Hammer curl up. Rotate those elbows high. Pull them apart. Last arm exercise of the day before we tackle those abdominals. And go to six-pack city here, everybody. Down. Hit it on through. Pull them apart. Squeeze them back to center. Slow, controlled. Underneath the hip we go. Eyes are forward. Chest is upright the whole time. Oh, yeah. Great work, everybody. Up and after it here today. 15 minutes. Not a long time to work on out, of course, but we're certainly going to make it the most effective use of those 15 minutes for your arms and abs as possible. Getting it done here today. Lightweight burns in the best way, especially when you go through a multitude of different movements like these. Come on, light it up. Pull them apart. Back to center. We go. Down and hit it on home. Last rep. Best rep, pull them apart, back to center, and rotate down, and then take those DBs down to the ground. They're going to chill for the rest of the workout. Your abs, though, they're all mine. Dead bug hold on our backside. So now what you're going to do, transition quickly, head rested on the ground, knees up over those hips, toes flexed back towards your face. Hands are going to be reaching up towards the sky, fingertips spread nice and wide the whole time. You're trying to reach the fingertips up and touch the ceiling by pulling the shoulders off the ground as high as possible. Now your head is still going to rest on the ground, your shoulder blades will be on the ground, but your backside of your shoulders, your rear delts, will be reaching up off the ground ever so slightly. So you're compressing your spine down to the ground, especially that lower back, the top side of the hips. That way you know your abs are engaged. You want to make sure you don't have a C curve in that lumbar spine. You're compressing that lumbar spine down here in that lower third of your back, down as flat on the ground as possible, because you're driving those ribs to the hips by reaching high, and you're pushing your belly button down towards the tailbone by driving through those lower abdominals, everybody. Excellent, excellent work. Now let's go ahead and switch it up. Single leg reverse crunch, a little long set right here, 45 each leg. Take that right leg out straight. Heel starts on the ground. Left foot, knee bent. Pull that knee on in towards your chest. Drive it on through. Kick it back on out. Hover the heel just off the ground, and then bring it back on in. Drive the knee on in towards your chest with the toe flex back towards your shin and knee the whole way through. Your head is still rested on the ground. Your palms are going to be on the ground just outside those hips, kicking that foot out straight out, and then pulling it back on in, igniting through the hip flexor and those abdominals as much as you can. Squeezing and flexing. Oh, yeah, there we go. Come on for 2 and 1. Let's go and switch it up. So now that right foot's going to be bent. Left leg is going to kick out straight, hovering just off the ground, and then drive that heel on in, knees in towards your chest. But notice the toe is flexed in towards my shin and knee the whole time. Kicking that foot out straight, pulling it back on into center. Kicking it out straight, and then pulling it right back on into center. We go. 20 more seconds to go. Working those abs here today. Excellent, excellent work. Still trying to compress our lumbar spine down on the ground the whole way through, but now you're in a slight offset style position with just that left leg going in and out, right? Oh, yeah, that's good. 2, last rep, best rep, 1. Crunch with reach. What this is going to look like, you're going to ever so slightly take your chin towards your chest. Show your shoulder blades are starting on the ground, but you notice when you do that and you're looking forward, your abs tighten up a little bit, right? Good. That's what we're looking for. And then you're going to reach those fingertips straight up towards the ceiling, and you're just going to rock up, slow and controlled. Shoulder blades ever so slightly leave the ground for about 2 inches, and then just gently touch them to the ground. So you're reaching up with those fingertips up, holding, and then slow, controlled back on into center. But nothing changed with your eye line. Your chin is still tucked in towards your chest. Your eyes are still straight forward the whole way through. You're just going to drive those ribs towards those hips and compress that lower third of your back, that lower lumbar spine, that all-important part of your back, down to the ground by engaging those abdominals as much as you can. Absolutely amazing work right here, everybody. Reaching and stretching all the way up with those fingertips. Come on, light it up for 2 and 1. Single leg knee touch, starting out with that right leg. So now what you're going to do, left hand reaches up behind your head, knuckles are touching the ground, and then that right leg goes straight out. And now that right hand's on the ground, just outside your hip, and then you're going to come up and then bend that knee and elbow in and touch that left hand to that right knee. Then back on into center, lengthen out to straight elbow, straight leg position, and then bend that elbow and that knee. Touch the hand with the opposite knee right over the top side of your hip line, and then kick it back out straight. Similar to that single leg knee tuck that we were doing earlier, knee crunch, a couple of minutes ago, but now you're adding in that element with driving the rib towards the hip with that extended arm position, right? Connecting over the opposite side. So you're pulling the left rib towards that right hip right now. Oh, yeah, and that right hip towards that left rib. Excellent, excellent work, everybody. Reaching and stretching for 2 and 1. Let's quickly switch. Now you're going to take that left leg out straight, left hand out just outside the hip, and that right arm reaching up behind your head. And you're going to come on in, bend that knee on in, touch that right hand to that left knee, kick it all the way back on out, and pull it all the way back on in. Reaching all the way out, and then pulling right back on in. Oh, amazing, amazing work, everybody. Come on, reaching, stretching, squeezing those abs as much as possible. Lightening on up, being your best self, your strongest self, less than 30 seconds self here today. Yeah. This is the good stuff, everybody. Come on, rock it on in, rock it on out. Knee on in, hand on in to the opposite knee we go. Keep that lumbar spine nearly flat on the ground, even as you extend, contracting on in all the way, baby. Come on, 2 more reps. Here we go. Last huge repetition. Reach and stretch all the way on in. There you go. Absolutely awesome work. Last one of the day, butterfly crunches. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together so you open up your inner thigh straight up towards the ceiling and dropping the outer edge of your knees down towards the ground. Start out with those hands touching the ground just behind your head, chin to chest, eyes are forward. Notice those abs got tight, right? And all you're going to do is you're just going to slowly pull your shoulder blades off the ground and then bring those hands back to the ground. You're going to have your fingertips touching ever so slightly, elbows bent, knees wide the whole way, feet stuck right together, and then rocking those abs up strong, and then slow, controlled back on into center. You're still keeping your chin to your chest the whole way through. You're not looking up towards the ceiling or bringing your head to the ground. Your abs are always under tension right here, but a very short range motion of a movement right here. Down and in we go. Working those abdominals the whole way. Come on. 3, 4, 2, and 1. Rest it on up, everybody. We are already into the cool down phase. 15-minute workout. Dishes are done. Stand tall, stand proud, and flex them if you got them. Absolutely amazing work. Tag me with a sweaty, pumped up selfie at Chris Ryan Fitness on Instagram or Facebook later. You know, I love to share those sweaty images with the rest of the world. But absolutely fantastic work. You got those arms tackled, those abs tackled here. 2 segments, done and doneer. There we go. Oh, amazing, amazing work. Feet out nice and wide. Turn those palms facing up. One all-encompassing stretch for us right here. So the thumbs pulled on back. Open up that chest. Open up those biceps. Push the hips forward and stretch those ribs on out as far apart from one another as you can. So you get those abs, those hip flexors involved right here. Inhale through your nose. Little exhale through your mouth for 3, 2, and 1. Shake it on out. See you next time on Chris Ryan Fitness, everybody. Absolutely fantastic work here today.